Kashmir. Just say that word. Kashmir. Snow on the mountains, silence in the valleys, a sky so blue it didn't seem real. People would come here and forget everything. Their problems, their pain, everything. They called it heaven on earth. And they were right. Nobody told them that on one Tuesday morning, that heaven would be gone. April 22nd, 2025. A meadow in Pahalgam. Families everywhere. A husband taking a photo of his wife. She's laughing. Children running in the grass. An old man sitting quietly, watching the mountains. Just another beautiful day. Then, 5 men stepped out of the trees. Nobody noticed them at first. They looked ordinary. They walked slowly, calmly, like they had all the time in the world. They stopped in the middle of the meadow, and one of them asked a question. Just one question. What is your religion? That was all. What is your religion? And then the shooting started. A woman named Pallavi was standing next to her husband when it happened. He grabbed her, pushed her behind a rock, looked her in the eyes and said, "Run. Don't look back. Just run." She ran. She didn't look back. She ran until she couldn't hear the shots anymore. Then she stopped, and she waited, and she waited, and she waited. He never came. Pallavi's husband was one of 26 men killed in that meadow in less than 20 minutes. 26 women went to Kashmir for a holiday and came home as widows. By the next morning, the whole world knew. In India, people were breaking down on live television. Mothers, fathers, strangers, crying for people they had never met. Because sometimes a tragedy is so pure, so innocent, that it reaches inside you and breaks something. India blamed Pakistan. Pakistan denied everything. And in that silence between accusation and denial, something dangerous was growing. Quietly, in rooms most people never see. A decision was being made. A decision that would bring 1.4 billion Indians and 240 million Pakistanis closer to a war than they had been in decades. For 2 weeks, nothing happened. At least, that's what it looked like from the outside. But behind closed doors, India was moving. Hundreds of aircraft repositioned, missiles loaded in the dark, target lists finalized. And on April 29th, 4 of India's most advanced jets, Rafales, took off in the middle of the night. Nobody announced it. Nobody was supposed to know. They flew toward Pakistan. They never arrived. Pakistan's air defense systems detected them, jammed their signals, and turned them back. 4 of the most expensive war machines on Earth went home without firing a single shot. Round 1 didn't even start. May 7th, 2:30 in the morning. Most of Pakistan was asleep. A phone rang. Pakistan's army chief picked up. On the other end, a voice. Calm, controlled, serious. "Sir, Indian missiles have crossed the border." For a moment, silence. Pakistan had known this was possible. They had prepared for it. But knowing something might happen and hearing that it has happened are 2 very different things. The army chief asked one question. "Are our assets secure?" The answer came back, "Yes, sir. All secure." He took a breath and gave the order. India called it Operation Sindoor. 9 targets, 23 minutes. missiles in the dark. India said they hit terrorist infrastructure, camps, compounds, training sites. But on the ground in Bahawalpur, the story was different. A mosque, families asleep in nearby homes, 13 people killed. A doctor who was on night duty later described what he saw when the injured started arriving. He stopped mid-sentence, looked down, and said, "One of them was a child." He couldn't finish after that. He just couldn't finish. By sunrise, both countries knew. This was no longer a threat, no longer a warning. The missiles had flown, the blood had been spilled. And now, Pakistan had a choice to make. What happened next shocked the entire world.